Welcome to Living Local with Frisbee Real Estate, where we connect neighbors, businesses, and stories because home is more than four walls. I'm your host, Ed Frisbee. Join me as we sit down with local business owners, community leaders, and neighbors to share what makes Western North Carolina such a wonderful place to live. Let's jump into today's conversation. Thanks again for joining us. Our special guest today, it's a duo. It's Craig and Karen Verm, and they are with and own the bed and breakfast on Tiffany Hill, which is in Mills River here in North Carolina. Thank you all for joining us. This is the first for us. We adjusted the space a little bit, so I'm not in my normal space. I'm over here. I feel like my chair has shrunk, and it's just awkward, but thanks for joining us.
Thank you for accommodating us.
Absolutely. This will be fun. So tell us a little bit about who you guys are, the bed and breakfast, and then I have some questions I'm sure that'll come up.
Absolutely. Well, we're both musicians by training and by career for a couple of decades. We're both classical musicians. My wife is a fabulous classical pianist and worked as an opera coach, and I sing opera, and that's how we met in grad school in Cincinnati a while back. And I traveled around the world singing opera, and Karen was in academia for 20 years training opera singers, and we spent far too much time apart from each other and with our separate careers. And in our travels, we had stayed at some bed and breakfasts in Europe and fell in love with it. And we had joked around with, I thought we were joking around by saying, hey, maybe we could do this bed and breakfast thing, later in life. And wouldn't that be fun? Ha, ha, ha. God has a sense of humor. And Karen's last appointment at West Virginia University, there were some budget cuts, and Karen's department was among those. And unbeknownst to me, Karen Googled bed and breakfast for sale when she got wind of the budget cuts, and immediately found the bed and breakfast on Tiffany Hill, which is an incredible property. Tiffany Hill was purpose-built in 2009 to be a bed and breakfast, which is extraordinarily rare in this industry. It's usually old Victorian homes that are
chopped up.
Yeah, chopped up and musty and dusty. Yep. And so one of the number one things that we hear from guests is this place is so clean and new and comfortable and doesn't smell. And so to be able to walk into a place that already was functioning as a bed and breakfast and was built for it was just so nice. And everything was set up perfectly by the former owner and builder to be a bed and breakfast. And so all we did was just kind of took the keys from her and got up and running. Yeah, we opened it back up for business May 1st of 2024, just a few months before Helene. And we've been going at it hard ever since, and it's tons of fun. All we've really added is what we call the fourth course, which I'm sure we'll talk about more in detail. But we have a 3-course breakfast, and then the fourth course is a little musical surprise that we've added afterward.
Oh, what time is that?
Breakfast is at 9, typically in the mornings. Almost always at 9.
It's almost always at 9.
Yeah.
It used to be 8:30, and we've pushed it to 9. People being on vacation, they like it a little bit later. We do have a 15-year-old daughter who we were still driving to school, and that means that both of us can be in the kitchen with time to get everything ready comfortably. And so we do our 3 courses, a fruit course, the main entree, and then dessert every day, and then the 4th course afterward.
And that's always the case for breakfast?
It's always, we always have dessert, and that was already kind of an interesting twist on breakfast to always have dessert, because why not? You're on vacation. But we initially, when we thought about doing this, and we're like, oh, we're going to do the bed and breakfast, and that people are going to find out that we're musicians, and if they request, just ask us to do some music, we'll do it. Well, it turned very quickly into a daily thing, so much so that one of our frequent guests dubbed it the fourth course.
Clever.
We even had somebody say, "Well, you should rename the inn the Fourth Course Inn." It's becomes, and we're like, well, I know the reason it was named Tiffany Hill was because the former owner was a marketing genius, and she wanted to be able to say, "Come have breakfast at Tiffany's." So that also means that I end up singing Moon River a lot. Which is we put a twist on it. We'd say Mills River during one of the iterations of that phrase, which is handy. It's very similar. So yeah, we really wanted to incorporate music, and we don't just do that after breakfast. We do the past 2 Christmases we've done 4 Christmas concerts each December, where we bring in friends of ours in the industry, different soloists, and actually a local cellist comes in. We have a fabulous Santa Claus, Chris Kringle is his name, from Clemson. He's an opera singer as well, and he comes in and we have lots of fun. We have a jazz concert next week. The Heather Pearson duo is coming. We had a bluegrass band a year ago, so we're really
leaning into the music,
but also really leaning into, hey, we want Tiffany Hill to be a place not just for out of town guests, but a place to build community, and that was put heavily on our hearts to want to build community. We've lived in so many places, traveling around, following her academic career. We've always had a hard time finding a church and being able to put roots into a church and into a community, because I was always on the road. I'm the extroverted one, if you can't tell. And but here we've gotten plugged into a church quickly that we had been visiting for a long time. My brother's lived here since 2002. He's an ophthalmologist in the area at Looking Glass Ophthalmology, and so we've always loved this area and loved his church, and but we've been able to really dig into community. We need to talk about the Silent Book Club as well, and the Freedom Dinner.
Yeah, all the things.
There's so many other aspects
let
besides.
him talk too.
We should.
No, I want you to tell people, in case they're curious, how to find you.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell people.
So it's very easy.
I'll take this one.
Great.
You can reach us on our website, which is tiffany-hill.com. You can find all the information about our events, and we have a Facebook page, which is also Bed and Breakfast on Tiffany Hill, or our telephone number is easy to find. It is 828-290-6080. And we also host other events like baby showers. We're going to do one of those tomorrow. We just had an art workshop last night. We've done wreath making workshops, all sorts of different things. I think for us, it's really fun to do so many different kind of events there, and not just have it as a bed and breakfast, which we love. But I think
if you have those
something
other
about
events,
those creative things keeps us really excited too.
So if you have those other events, you have space for it, I guess.
We do. We have an interesting space. So we can host small weddings there. We can't have huge weddings because it is just due to space constraints. But we do have an outside space where we've done a full seated dinner, plated dinner for 50 people. And yeah.
Yeah, we have a nice foyer and living room area. Foyer and dining room area. And the dining room, we put into what we call concert mode. We remove the dining room table and we put up some lights, and it turns into a stage. We can move the piano over there, and we can seat 40 people in our foyer area.
We move furniture like gangbusters.
Yeah, we've gotten really good at that. And our long-term goal is to actually build an event center space so that we could have larger indoor events for larger concerts and weddings. And we had a very intimate wedding a few weeks ago. It was a remarriage, and with their adult children, so it was just 10 people in the room. It was really intimate and special, with Christmas decorations still up. And
Did you sing?
I did. I did, and Karen played. And
Nice.
yeah. So it's we could never have ever imagined how looking back, how God was preparing us in our training and in our love story, which we can touch on as well, about little hints about what this was going to be in our future, in our present now, and how much we love it. It is so much work. It's 7 days a week. We're in the slow season right now, which is wonderful to get some rest and do some repairs and get to sleep in a little bit. But we adore our jobs, and we're just so tickled to have the privilege of serving people in a space where no one's ever upset. People are always smiling, unless they're crying because they've been so moved by the music, which is happens quite frequently. But to touch on our love story, we joke about our first date quite a bit. I considered it a date. She did not.
I did not.
She, in fact, called a friend of hers and they conspired together to figure out how to make it as undate-like as possible. And so they had the crazy idea of inviting me over to her house. She was wearing pajamas.
No, I was wearing sweatpants.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds better. Yeah. So you had sweatpants, which I didn't notice. And I brought over, she asked me to bring Thai takeout food, and we watched a movie together. I was like, this is a perfect date. This is like totally the speed I just, friend speed and just chill. And then Karen's a fabulous cook. She was more of a baker at the time.
Yes.
And so she was like, well, you want to make dessert together? So we went to her kitchen and we made these puff pastry,
chocolate and raspberry things.
Purses. We were listening to Coldplay, which was all the rage at the time. It was the most romantic ending to a date of cooking together and listening to music. It was all a foreshadowing. We didn't know of what we're doing now.
What we're doing 2 years later.
My heart was and it wasn't anything to her. She's
good dinner.
Right.
Thought he was a nice guy.
Yes. I ended up chasing her for another year and a half after that.
It all worked out.
It all worked out.
So does that mean you are the chef at the
I am
end?
primarily the chef. I make the menus, and Craig is a wonderful sous chef. So he's the bacon master too. He does really well with bacon, and
Wait,
also
bacon
omelets.
BACON or
Yeah.
baking BACIN?
She's the baking.
I
She's
am
the baker.
baking,
I'm the
he's
bacon.
bacon.
Got it.
Yeah. He has a special recipe which we now refer to as vacation bacon.
Yeah.
Because it has brown sugar and maple syrup.
Wow.
And
It's candied
everybody-
bacon.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
candied bacon. So people come and have it, and this is amazing.
This is the most incredible bacon I've ever had.
So we've dubbed it vacation bacon.
Wow.
It's not something you should eat every day.
No. But that's also why we, serve dessert.
Right. You're on vacation.
Yeah.
Why not?
And unlike, we're the type of travelers when we go traveling. We don't like to go back to places that we've already been before, and that's okay. But we have probably a good half of our guests are returning guests, especially that first year that we were there. We had so many returning people, and we have 3 couples in particular that are frequent flyers. One guest, our top people, they just had their 22nd visit with us, and I think they are about to hit 120 visits overall.
Total.
Not nights, but
Goodness.
visits. Yeah.
Wow.
This is their mountain home.
Yeah, we're their mountain home. They always stay in the same room,
Huh.
and we know exactly where they want their trash can and how they want their bed made, and
Wow.
and they've become great friends, and then there's another couple that
But
they
the point of
come
this
down here.
related to cooking was,
I have no idea.
oh,
My ADD is on display.
okay. I was going to guess he was going to say that we try to, we don't want them to feel like they're getting the same thing every time, because they do try to come often. And so we're constantly experimenting with new things and creating new menus. And it's a lot of fun. I think for me, being in the arts and being doing new things all the time, new music all the time, that this is another way for me to have an outlet to be able to do that sort of thing. So, yeah, like Craig said, I don't think we had any idea that we would love it as much as we do. We had very practical skills. I love to bake. Craig became actually a true handyman during COVID when the arts slowed down. He's always been handy, but he actually started a business once COVID hit and all of the arts work dried up for a couple of years. But so he's been doing that. And so we have these very practical skills, but meeting and interacting with the guests has been such a joy that I never anticipated. I expected we would serve and do our jobs, and that would be great. But just it is so much fun.
Well, and watching relationships develop around the table.
Yes.
Because we don't have individual tables for couples. We have one big dining room table, and it forces everybody to come to the table. And that's where relationships are built. Breaking bread with each other is intimate. And so you have watching strangers from around the country come together and break bread together is really neat. There are groups that now I think this 4th of July, our first 4th of July, there were 3 or 4 couples that didn't know each other, and they had such a ball together on the 4th of July.
They now travel together.
They reconvened at Tiffany Hill this last 4th of July, and they're coming back this next 4th of July.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So watching that happen and getting to be a part of that is really neat.
So I try to stay away from time of year that we record the podcast.
Of course.
I have to ask, we're approaching February. Do y'all have anything special for Valentine's?
We will,
or do people?
we
or have
do,
you noticed that people are
since
starting to book?
and since you might be listening to this at any time, do check on our website for different specials that we might have. We are also new members of ABBA, the Asheville Bed and Breakfast Association, and they post monthly specials from the different inns in the area.
Gotcha.
But yes, we will have a promotion, something like. Don't quote me on that. I mean, so probably like stay 2 nights and get the 3rd night free.
Wow.
We like to run specials like that, especially if occupancy is low. We'll try and run out a good special to build some interest.
I could be tempted on a special if it involved bacon. So if you ever have extra bacon syrup,
yes.
that's what would
Bacon is pretty much an every other day event.
Yeah,
So.
And I also must mention I know
Yes,
this is also very timely. That this just came out yesterday, the Our State magazine, which I had not heard of before we moved here, but apparently it is a pretty. Just even outside of North Carolina. It's a North Carolina publication, but it's got over 1 million subscribers. So it has much greater reach than just North Carolina. But we were featured.
That's awesome.
And Harmony on the Hill. So there's our family, there's our piano and our daughter Lauren. And so fabulous, a 5-6 page article about what we do. And so we're just... we're so grateful to get some marketing. That's the hardest component for us to figure out. We took like ducks to water with the job itself, but since we're 2 musicians with
being musicians, other people took care of say
the
all we had to do
was
show up and do the job, and somebody else took care of everything else.
But really word of mouth. And publications like this, we're also a part of what was formerly known as the Southern Living Hotel Collection, which the former owner,
and Select Registry.
Yeah, she brilliantly got into both of those organizations, which really helped spread the word. Because print advertising with our demographic, or what is mostly our demographic, is still
works
very relevant. However, we're really trying to get younger heads in beds. Another hopefully sooner dream of ours. We're trying to start up a glamping arm to the bed and breakfast. We're
Oh.
on 5 acres, so we have some lovely woods and some spots picked out for putting some glamping tents and a bathhouse and sauna.
The things.
Yeah, and our big difference with our glamping is that we'll bring you
Your
we'll
breakfast
bring
in a
you
picnic
breakfast. Yeah.
basket in the morning. So you can still have part of that luxury experience while still being able to enjoy the woods. And that was one of the most beautiful pieces of the property to me when we first saw it, because the inn itself is really gorgeous. And like Craig said, it was built in 2009. So the things that we're dealing with are not historical renovation or anything like that. It's basic upkeep, but the design was perfect. But then there's this gorgeous area of woods, and very few people enjoy that part. So we wanted to see how we could get more people down there, particularly with the Acosta Trail, Pisgah and DuPont being around.
We're so conveniently located.
Yes.
We're close to the Asheville airport, but we're secluded enough that it's super quiet.
Peaceful.
There are deer everywhere. It's super peaceful, but yet we are minutes from, we have a new restaurant called Root and Bone, which is a fabulous restaurant. Everybody that walks through our door at Tiffany Hill, we send to Root and Bone. But we're also 20 minutes from Brevard, 20 minutes to Hendersonville, 15 minutes to Sierra Nevada. So we can send people to fabulous restaurants and fabulous hiking as well.
So how far away is Root and Bone?
4 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
right around.
So if you've been
give-
driving all day, it's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to give people locals perspective, you guys are Horseshoe Mills River-ish.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. In between, I've started to say if you're in at the airport headed towards Brevard,
Yes.
and
And take
we're
a
on
left.
the far side of Mills River,
Yes.
going towards Brevard. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful area.
It
It
really
is.
So
Yeah, and
since
it's growing.
Absolutely growing.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Acosta Trail's
Right-
driving that too.
Yes.
which is
it's
amazing.
right there.
Does your property adjoin the Acosta Trail or the future
We're a
Acosta Trail?
mile
Okay.
and a half from the trailhead
Wow.
Where it sits right
in
now.
Horseshoe.
It will be closer when
Yeah.
they finish more of it, but it doesn't directly pass
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
That's still a great location.
Yes.
So you deal with a lot of people, so you'll be able to answer this question well. So when they come to town or a family comes to town, what are some top restaurants you recommend or you love yourself?
Well, Root and Bone,
Absolutely.
Sierra Nevada, Postero, Shine, Hearth and Heron.
And then if you go toward Brevard, we love the Wild Morel, certainly Square Root,
The Bohemian,
the Bohemian.
Quixote,
I mean,
McFarland's Bakery.
it's an embarrassment of riches.
We do.
McFarland's is in Hendersonville.
Hendersonville. What's the-
Bracken.
Bracken Mountain Brick.
Bracken.
Yeah.
If I'm down in Brevard, I try to plan all trips to Brevard, so it's on a Wednesday or later, because their mocha swirl is
Wow.
to die for. And I'll pick up a couple and hide them from my family.
And where is this?
Bracken Mountain Bakery.
Okay.
next to the diner.
Yeah.
So back to Hearth and Heron.
Yeah.
Is that on 7th?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just opened
yes.
recently.
And it's
correct?
fantastic.
Okay. Little building.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Used
But
to
it's
be
always
the gas
packed.
station.
I've heard great things about it, but
It's
yeah.
great.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
How about things for people to see?
Where we are, people often people come with an agenda of what they already want to do. And in fact, we had one couple that showed up. They were dropping off their kids at camp, and they showed up in the middle of the day. And they said they called us up. We were at the grocery store. It wasn't check-in hours, and they said, "Where is everybody? There are no guests here." But it's because everybody leaves. Everybody comes here with some sort of purpose, whether they're going shopping in Brevard or Hendersonville, or going to the
Waterfall hunting.
Biltmore, or we tend to send people to. Down toward Brevard to Hendersonville to DuPont or Pisgah. And Brevard has a beautiful brochure of all of their waterfalls that you can go see. And they're marked very clearly as this one you could drive
Yeah.
up to it and see it. Or this is, more of a hike, and
Adventure,
we'll tell you
yeah.
exactly what it is. And the Blue Ridge Parkway, I mean, it really
O.P.
is.
Taylor's.
Craig sends everybody to O.P. Taylor's.
The O.P. Taylor's in Brevard is, there's one in Hendersonville as well, but the one in Brevard is
Yep.
awesome. And people kind of like, a toy store. I'm like, Just trust
And
me.
then they come
Just
back
trust
the
me.
next morning and they say, "Oh my gosh, it was like my childhood."
Or Mantiques in Brevard,
Yeah.
or just walking down the main street here in Hendersonville is there aren't many places like that anymore, and seeing the bears on the corners, and just it's a hometown feeling, but with fabulous restaurants, fabulous outdoors. If you want to go get a taste of Asheville and go see the Biltmore, that's not far away either. We are
In the center of everything.
we're in the middle of everything. How fortunate are we to live
Yep.
in such an incredible place?
I didn't get to ask, where did y'all grow up?
Pittsburgh,
Yep.
Houston, Texas.
Oh.
And we've
lived in both.
We've lived in both places. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're running out of time, but y'all are perfect for this little game I have.
Uh-oh.
I want to mention one more thing.
Yeah,
in
please do.
September, this is a very important thing for locals. We have what's called a Freedom Dinner. It's the community comes together. We've partnered with a global organization called Atlas Free, atlasfree.org. The community comes together and donates all the food, music, wine, beer, cider, sodas, flowers. Everything is donated. We had 50 people under tents in our yard for a fabulous meal, and all the money that is raised. So everything's donated. So then with the people that come to the meal, they donate. There's a suggested donation amount. People often give more. We raised $31,000, and every penny of it went to Atlas Free to fight human trafficking.
Wow, that's awesome.
The year before, we were surprised we hit 15,000. We doubled it this year, so we're excited.
That
to
is
see.
not the cost of admission.
No. But we our desire to have the bed and breakfast be something greater than just a place for out-of-towners to lay their heads at night really is, that dream is coming true, and it's such an honor to be a part of that. Back to your game show, whatever we're about to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. You said that, and plus the opportunity for other musicians from other genres to participate.
Yeah.
And y'all aren't just opera snobs.
No.
Correct. Yeah, we do very little opera because it's not great breakfast music.
It is not.
Especially my repertoire.
Yeah,
I sing a lot of bad guys.
Craig's always the bad guy, so nobody wants to hear any of his music after breakfast. Doesn't matter what kind of dessert it is. You don't want to hear what he's doing in operas.
Yeah, so things like Moon River and If Ever I Would Leave You and Some Enchanted Evening and or spirituals.
Something to tickle their ears.
Yeah.
All right, so this is called Finish the Lyric.
Okay.
Your option is to choose either pop, rock, country.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Or Christian. And then you choose the decade, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, or current. So I'm going to give you a few words from the song, and you have to finish the phrase.
Okay.
I personally do horrible at this game, so.
Do we have to choose our genre?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
That would help you.
So do you want to go 80s pop now, friend?
Yeah, because that's probably where you would be best.
You're the
let's do
first
that.
to request that. I think this will be
or
easy.
rock. I don't know.
These are softball-ish.
Okay.
You just have to finish the line,
Okay.
right? Oh, I want to dance with somebody.
I want to feel the heat with somebody.
Little ding. Good job. I'm starting with The Man in the Mirror.
Okay. It's Michael Jackson. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. To change his ways.
Yep, I'm asking him to change. Good job.
Nice. Well done.
You don't need to play.
I don't know why this one is in here, but it was in the 80s. This isn't even right.
I'm so impressed by you.
Let me jump back to something 60s and 70s. This is a
Okay.
popular one. Actually, you referenced it in a different way, but You Are the Dancing Queen.
ABBA.
Yeah.
So young and so it's only 17.
Yep.
Yep.
Young and Sweet, only 17.
Okay.
Good job.
Yep.
I love you so much. For so many reasons.
All right, that's all I had
Okay.
for pops in the 80s.
Yes.
Nice. What do we win? Oh,
Country?
We already
No.
got a
No
we're
country.
Gonna,
No.
do terribly in country.
We
Rock.
Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Christian. Got any opera? No. How's your Italian?
I was a vocal major in college,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
and
So we could do some of the 26 Italian songs and arias
together.
We'll do that later.
I didn't enjoy it. How's that?
Okay, all right. Not your calling.
70s rock, right?
Yeah, I might do better with that.
Yeah.
But
Sing us a song. You're a piano man.
Can you do this one? Come on.
I'm so bad at lyrics, which is hilarious.
Hey, Billy Joel, Piano Man. Sing us a song. You're the Piano Man. Sing us a song tonight.
That's it.
Because we're all on the mood for a melody. And you've got us feeling.
I'm with you, Craig. I'd feel
All
the same
right.
way.
Oh.
How about this?
See, we marry the person who completes us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife would do great at this. I stink at it.
Yeah.
So I like to pull this one out. We'll just do it since you're playing along so well. This is a current song,
Okay.
and I just think it's funny, and I do like it. Life may give you lemons. I'm pretty sure you don't know it.
Okay, yeah.
But my Jesus be making lemonade, lemonade. It's Forrest Frank.
Forrest Frank!
That's
Yeah,
super-
I think he's probably the first artist who's ever included
use
the
the
word
word jet ski.
Yes. My kids turned me on to him. And
fantastic.
It's fun to listen
And
to.
Josiah Queen and Forrest Frank.
Yep.
There's some good Christian music coming out.
Awesome. Is there anything else you should tell us about Tiffany Hill before we leave? Remind us the
if
website.
you are if tiffany-hill.com,
Okay.
and if you are a local, we are not legally allowed to sell you breakfast. We get this question a lot, but we love building community. So if you are interested in coming for breakfast, you do not have to stay with us. If you twist our arm hard enough and give us a call, we would love to have a place at the table for you to get to know people in our community and break bread with you.
I have one other thing, too. Craig mentioned earlier the Silent Book Club, which is a complete misnomer. On Tuesdays, the 1st and 3rd of every month, I started out a silent book club, which is a gift for the introvert. It requires no reading. It doesn't even require a book. It's time that we set aside, intentional time. We have people who come that knit or quilt or embroider. We have
Sketch.
people who sketch. There apparently are some people who read, but it's just an opportunity to come to a peaceful place, to have some quiet,
Eat
to
one of
gather
Karen's
with
amazing
people.
scones.
I always have food out, and some refreshments.
Cappuccinos, lattes.
And I play music. I play about 45 minutes worth of piano music while people are quiet. And yeah, it's just something that I've come to really, really enjoy. We started it in November, thinking ahead to Christmas time when people really need a little bit of peace and quiet and sometimes maybe to escape from your family or the busyness of life, whatever it is, to just really set some time aside.
Is
to
that
be
on your
quiet.
website also?
It is not on our website because it's not really for guests. It really, truly is for the community. It's under Mills River Silent Book Club on Facebook, but
It's
is
11 to 1.
Tuesdays, the 1st and 3rd, Tuesday of every month from 11 to 1.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. It's when our guests are usually out
Yeah,
exploring.
everybody's gone.
Yeah.
So it was another way for us to be able to connect to the community and offer up our space for people to enjoy. Yeah.
Well, kudos to y'all for opening up your space for a various opportunities in
It's
the
a
community.
lot of work,
so-
but it's so rewarding.
joy.
And it really is a joy. It's our we've felt so called to do these things, and we feel like we're just stewards of the mission of Tiffany Hill, and not just the owners of a business. And so it's
Perfectly situated in every way.
Well, we look forward to visiting.
Please
somehow.
do.
Yep. We'll figure that out. I need to take my wife somewhere, so maybe it'll be closer than I thought.
Staycations are.
Welcome and
Yeah,
encouraged.
that's right.
She actually, when you were talking about the glamping stuff, she sent me a lot of those glamping photos you see on Instagram
Yeah.
or Facebook lately. So
Yeah.
that is a good market too.
Yes.
Hot tubs and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So
It's coming.
awesome. Thank y'all. Greg, Karen Verm, Bed and Breakfast
On to
on
Tiffany
Tiffany
Hill.
Hill, tiffany-hill.com. Be sure to check them out, visit them, encourage your friends and family to stay with them. So,
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having us.
absolutely. And to everybody listening and watching, keep living local.
Thanks for joining us on Living Local with Frisbee Real Estate. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow the podcast and share it with a friend. To learn more about Frisbee Real Estate, your lifelong home resource, visit frisbeerealestate.com. Until next time, keep living local.